on, come on. Yeah. Woo! We got a big dead scarlet oak today. Just cleared out a couple of these trees that were in the way of speed lining. This job is bid for a half day, which is like 4 hours and includes our drive time. We've already spent about an hour just moving these trees out of the way. So we had to rope every single one of them so that we could pull them away from their lean and not hit his garage. So I don't know how much of this I'm gonna actually put in the flat, but he would prefer as much as possible. This one we started to fell it and it got tangled up, so I'm gonna cut it loose. We've got it under a lot of tension with a 3-to-1.
There's like
so
no hinge on that thing.
yeah, it's a little bit stuck up, but anyways, got my anchor set up way up high. Gonna start spiking up here soon. These big scarlet oak. Oh, nice big tree. Let's get out there. Bigger trees are harder to spike up for you guys who are new at this, and always go on the positive side of the lean. That's important. That's the side leaning away from you. Makes it a lot easier. You might be kind of freaked out because it requires a little bit more balance, but it's so much easier. Less energy expenditure by far. But I see new guys all the time. They try to do the underside, which is what I call the negative side, because they're worried about losing their balance. And so they're thinking, oh, you know, I'll just be on the negative side to start with. And it's like, that's not gonna work out long term. It's so much harder. Also, since I went ahead and did my rope already, I can just kind of pull myself up, which is nice. Got my lanyard as an extra safety so that if I do lose my balance, I don't go swinging too far out into that. But I don't know for sure about that dead crotch. I think it's good. A decently efficient way to climb. Not as efficient as rope walking, but it's just gonna keep me from swinging. All right. Hey, Sean. This is the one downside to listening to music. You don't have the Cenas working. All right. I guess I'll go up a little bit more, set an anchor in one of these guys, then I'll have him send me my saw and I'll disassemble this. Okay. Working our way up. What's that?
The speed lines too?
No, I don't need the speed lines until we're ready for orange. All right. This Petzl Eject is a superior anchor. I love this thing. I'll go ahead and install it. This thing is so awesome. Worth the money. It's pretty expensive. Wait for a tree stuff sale and then just go ahead and buy it, because it is worth it if you do a lot of DDRT. If you don't do DDRT, then it's not worth it. I used to do mostly SRT, but I started doing DDRT a couple years ago more, I mean, obviously I did DDRT on a traditional system, but like with a Blake's hitch. But then I got a unisender and I started doing SRT all the time. And then it took me a while. I finally got the akimbo. Come on. The reason why this is so hard is because my saw is tied on the rope. Anyway, got the akimbo, started doing more SRT. And then I went back to DDRT with a zigzag, and I loved it. But I like the spider jack even more than the zigzag. It's a little bit more pricey, but it also is just so smooth. That's what I'm climbing on right now. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and let's put our little retrieval ball somewhere safe where it doesn't get lost. Anyway, this thing is awesome. It's Petzl Eject. I'm not going to give a detailed tutorial on it right now, but super high efficiency pulley, and it's just amazing. It retrieves so easily. I love it. And I love this spider jack. It's super smooth as well. I think that zigzag is probably better for general, like quick and dirty tree climbing. But if you got a big tree that you gotta be maneuvering around a lot all day, or even for a couple hours, the Spider Jack 3 is worth it because of how much smoother it is at pulling up slack. All right, that's enough coaching. That's enough of my tips. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Art or Petzl or anything, obviously, because I'm recommending competing brands to you at different times. So my reviews are pretty honest. You can trust my reviews as my genuine opinion. I'm not just saying that. Anyway, all right, let's see what happens when we cut this sucker. You know what would be awesome is if it takes the branch with it and puts everything in the flat. All right, be clear. Woo! Yeah, it did. It took the whole branch with it. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take out at least this limb of this scarlet oak as well. Because it's gonna cause problems. If we start the speed line, it'll make everything easier for the client, but it'll also take a lot more time. Oh man, this is a big tree. And he wants it cheaper. I'm just gonna move my rope out of the way. Look at how easily this glides. Look at that. I'm just going hand over hand. I don't know if you can see that if my camera's angled down enough. I'll lean back. It just goes right on through. So nice. All right. John is he's getting that speed line or that rigging rope out. I'm gonna put some of it on the ground while I wait. Ooh, that's a big one. This one will be fun. This is one that I would probably strap just to protect myself. gonna be big. Yeah, it's pretty big.
Gonna need to wrap it a couple times.
Yeah. Oh, looks like it's out of the way. I'm just a little worried it's gonna get caught up in this white oak beside it, but it's so heavy. And I notched it to come that way, so let's see what happens. She's coming. Let's get ready. Not much for him to do anyway. There she goes. Pull out of there, baby. Pull, 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 pull. Yeah! All right, where do I want to go now? I'm gonna leave the speed lines here. Now I'm gonna have him move that speed line rope out and to the right. I'm gonna blow this top, get some weight out of this tree, because I did not like how much that pulled the whole tree kind of that way, and this tree's already leaning that way, and it's dead.
That way or this way?
That way, buddy. So let's see if I can make this whole thing just freaking go. This is one where I'm gonna strap it again. Okay. This is one where I'm actually gonna strap above and below. So the top one keeps it from doing like a conventional barber chair type split. The bottom one protects me from the inverted version of that, which I guess people call slabbing. People were commenting on a video I made about this. I called it an inverted barber chair. Somebody was like, that's not the right terminology. Okay. Sorry. Now my rope is down there. I'm actually gonna kind of get it up and out of the way for this one. This will take a minute, so I'll just pause the video. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this pesky little branch. Let's see here. Pull it. Come on, come on. Yeah. Woo! I was worried about it getting stuck on that. This one is a little bit tricky because it's going to get hung up in that if I try to take it this way, or at least it has a good chance. It also has a good chance of getting hung up on all of those stubs. So I'm actually going to put my speed line higher and then kind of curve it this way and it'll go. All right, but to do that, I got to readjust a little bit. Now I need to get above it. So yeah, let's figure out how to do that safely. There we go. Now we're gonna take this, go in like that. It's a little bit awkward, but we'll make it work. Oh man, this tree is shaking like crazy now. Ready? Hey, keep it a little looser. It'll make it a little nicer. Once it's down past the ridge, just kind of let it go.
Okay.
I'd like to keep it a little looser. All right. Scary part should be over now. It'll get your heart pumping though. I got this last one here. It's bound to get stuck. I'm just gonna say we do a pullover. Hey, we're gonna do a pullover. Time for that retrieval ball. Put it on our eye. It goes up and pulls it out. Nice. Oh, I need to call the client and tell him the tree's almost on the ground.
Hello.
Hey, sir.
You getting close to done?
Yeah, I'm getting close to done.
Okay, I'll head your way.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. Double check, and lanyard it in, retrieve the tunnel.
I want to mention that the video doesn't show it very well, but I did retrieve my tie-in point before starting the back cut, and I put it on this horn going off to the left, so it's easier for me to lean right and do my back cut on the main spar on the piece that I'm taking out. Make sure you're not tied to the piece when you do your back cut.
All right. Boom. Wow. Did a whole flip down there. Come on, get in there. There we go. Sweet. Well, that about does it. That topped out this whole tree. We got, I would say, 99% of it down there. Maybe not 99. Whatever that limb is, and count it for like, you know, 2%. I don't know, 2 to 5%. But whatever, 95% of it down there. And then we'll cut this trunk down wherever the client wants it to go. And yeah, that's it. Speed lining out a big dead red oak. Thanks for watching.